This video will be focusing more on the editing technique and sound in JAWS. Sound is essential because it aids in the delivery of information as well as raises the production value. JAWS depended on sound to convey that a gigantic great white shark was in the vicinity and on the prowl. Editing is also crucial as it is the key to mixing pictures and sound in order to make us feel emotionally engaged and at times genially present in the film that we are viewing, especially in thriller genre. JAWS is a 1975 American thriller film directed by Steven Spielberg and based on Peter Benchley's novel of the same name from 1974, and these are the main actors. It all begins when a killer shark causes havoc on a beach village, prompting a local sheriff, a marine researcher, and an elderly seafarer to set out to track down the beast. Sound was notably utilized to frighten the viewers and generate tension in JAWS. The scenario begins with the typical diegetic hum of beach life, light talk, quiet waves, and music being played on the beach in a selected clip. This helps to establish the beach for the spectator and connotes a happy summer setting. The following scene contrasts this, with youngsters frantically thrashing in the sea and shouting, scaring the viewer into believing there is a shark in the water. As that morning, the audience discovers a body on the beach, most likely due to a shark attack. This anxiety is relieved when the kids start laughing and the audience realize that the screaming was part of the children's play. However, the viewer is left with a slight sense of tension and dread after the false alarm, which leaves them anticipating what will happen next and keeps their attention. This is followed by a boy crying for his dog who is playing in the sea, during which a beach kid begins singing nursery rhythms, establishing an ominous tone and implying that something awful is about to occur, building suspense. The diegetic sound fades off, and non-diegetic music begins to play. The music picks on tempo and becomes louder, further emphasizing the tension in the scene. The music abruptly stops, emphasizing the importance of the next sound, screaming. There is no other sound to distract the audience, indicating the gravity of the scene. A combination of cutting to continuity and parallel editing is used in JAWS. Cutting to continuity was utilized in the sequence when Hopper, Quinn, and Brody put together the shark cage to give the audience an impression of what they were doing without showing every tedious detail of the assembly. The switching of views between two scenes, generally in separate locations, gives the impression that they are taking place at the same moment. In the scene where the two fishermen toss a rose down a pier as bait to catch the fabled shark, this approach was employed. Besides, there is a scene in which Brody attempts to flee both the shark and the sinking boat. Although we see the great white the most prominently, the editing often cuts around the exterior and interior of the boat to keep the tension and ambiguity of where the shark is, as well as the feeling that it may come at any time. In conclusion, editing and sound technique act as a high point in JAWS, which makes JAWS the film a big success.